Hi there and welcome to another video. I am Raluca. Today I am inspired to recreate Sabrina Carpenter's makeup style. So not necessarily a look in particular that she wore, but instead just her overall glamorous makeup style. This is what I came up with. The main focus is on the lips, and the blush as well is very strong. And the eye look is just that classic glam look with glitter and a soft eyeliner. This is it, and if you want to see how I did it, then just keep on watching. Frankly, I want to do my makeup like Sabrina Carpenter and then just go out for a walk. I'm gonna do my brows first. I don't really do this on camera, but I don't know, today I just felt like doing that. Well, luckily in this recreation, she's doing her brows quite natural. That's sort of a feathered, a natural type of a brow. And that's how I usually wear my brows, so that is very convenient. I'm gonna brush them up first. What I'm using for my brows is a spoolie and hair gel. I have this one from Schwarzkopf, the Got to Be Glued water resistant spiking gel. I've been using this on my brows for the past, I think, 4 years. It's absolutely amazing. It keeps my brows into place. What I started to dislike about it though is that after many hours of wear, like if you wear this for longer than 6-8 hours, let's say, it's gonna sort of create a white cast. You're gonna have like white specks of this gel on your brows. At least that's what happens to me. But as holding power, I didn't find anything that compares to this. I just brushed it through my brows and I'm gonna let it dry for a bit. Meanwhile, I'm gonna brush it through the other brow. Because in the beginning, when you get it out of the tube, it's quite wet. It requires a bit of a dry time. And after it dries a bit, you're gonna be able to brush the hairs in the desired shape. I like brushing mine up and out, and then I flatten them against the skin with the spoolie. So basically, this technique will stick the brows to your face, especially if you have really stubborn brows like I do. I think this is an amazing one. Because brow gels, regular brow gels, will not hold my hairs up like that. My brows naturally grow downwards. So what I'm doing here is sort of against my natural brows. And since they're quite thick, they won't behave like I want them to. So I'm gonna do my eyes first, and I'm not doing any particular look of hers. I'm just trying to recreate the overall vibe. Sort of like just recreating her makeup style. I'm gonna just apply a bit of concealer on my lids to serve as a base. And what I like about her style is that it's very glamorous. And particularly on her eye makeup, she usually just wears nudes, like nude eyeshadow. In most of her looks, what I notice is that she wears cool toned eyeshadow. So it's sort of like that taupey grayish nude. So those are the kind of tones that I will be going for today. And I found those in the Naked Wild West palette from Urban Decay. So this is the palette that I'm gonna go for today. And the eyeshadow part is gonna be pretty simple. I think I'm gonna just add some glitter as well to amp up the glam. I have a Morphe M507 here. I don't have many clean brushes. I really need to wash my brushes, but I'm just postponing that. I'm gonna mix 2 transition shades. So I want to go for this sort of cool tone nude, but I think this is almost leans a bit too gray. So what I'm doing is I'm mixing it with a regular nude, this shade right here. So it will sort of balance out the tone a bit. So I'm starting at the outer corner of my eye, and this is gonna go into my crease as well. I really like that tone. That came out beautiful. For the lid shade, I'm gonna go for this silver whitish shade in the palette, and I'm gonna apply it with my finger again because I don't have clean brushes. But also, shimmers, when they're applied with the finger, they come up a bit more pigmented, a bit shinier than when you use a brush to apply it. Oh, that's one beautiful shade. But what I want to do is amp up the glitter part, so I'm gonna use the Fenty Diamond Bomb on top as well. This is pure glitter. This is absolutely lovely. It's, I think, one of my favorite makeup products in general, like from any category. This is amazing. This is so magical. in most of her looks, like not necessarily all of them, but most of them, I've noticed that she's wearing eyeliner, and specifically she's wearing some sort of a smoky eyeliner. It's to me, it doesn't look like it's done with liquid eyeliner, but instead it's done with pencil or eyeshadow. It just looks a bit faded, almost a bit smoky. So I'm gonna use a pencil and probably eyeshadow as well. I'm gonna go for the Maybelline Tattoo Liner Gel Pencil. This is amazing, it lasts really well, and yeah, it's just a nice pencil overall. I do have it in brown as well. It's a nice one. I'm also gonna need an angle brush like this to smoke out the liner. I'm gonna start from the outer corner, apply some pencil at the base of my lashes. So I'm gonna create sort of an initial eyeliner shape. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna smoke it out. I'm just doing the beginning of an eyeliner tail like that, and then with the angle brush I'm going to extend it. So starting from the outer corner, flicking my brush towards the end of my brow to create a wing. This is also very easy to do. For me, it's the easiest eyeliner technique. It's way easier than using liquid liner. And then I'm gonna bring it towards the center of my lid. But I'm not gonna bring it all the way to my inner corner, it's just gonna stay on the outer half of my lid. And there it is, a smoky eyeliner, which I'm gonna set with black eyeshadow to make it a bit more intense. So I'm gonna need a black eyeshadow, and the first one that I found is from NYX, from this palette, the Ultimate Shadow Palette, in the shade Festival. This is a nice one, this is a very nice one, but you can use just whatever black eyeshadow that you want. I picked it up on the same brush, and carefully I'm gonna tap it on top of the eyeliner. Moving on to my face makeup for now, I'm gonna mix two foundations, actually two skin tints. The face makeup should be sort of dewy, not necessarily natural. I mean, she has some heavy face makeup, but it's not that makeup-y, let's say. In a lot of her looks, she has faux freckles on top of the foundation, so it seems that she likes a more natural looking skin, let's say. So I'm not gonna go for heavy coverage. Instead, I'm gonna go for these two skin tints, the Superstay 24-hour skin tint from Maybelline with vitamin C. This is in the shade 05.5, which is a tiny bit light for me, and this is the L'Oreal True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum, which is in the shade 23 Light, which is a little dark for me. So that's why I'm mixing those. I'm trying to create an in-between shade that's gonna match my skin. I'm gonna do the mix on the back of my hand, so throwing in a bit of the Maybelline. Oh, it came out in a heart shape. And then I am gonna add a bit of the L'Oreal as well. Let me mix those on my hand first. Is this my shade? Sort of, I think. Hopefully. Yeah, it looks about right. I never tried to mix these. I'm curious about the finish. I mean, they're both sort of dewy skin tints, so I think I will like this mix. I'm gonna pick up the excess from my hand and blending it in with the sponge. That is beautiful. Maybe just a tiny bit lighter. I could have used a little bit more of the L'Oreal, but I think the overall end look is gonna turn out just right. I do really enjoy the dewiness of this. I didn't apply the skin tint underneath my eyes. That's just for concealer. I don't want two layers of product underneath my eyes. So instead I'm just gonna go for the concealer, and I'm gonna use the same one that I used to prime my lids, the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour More Than Concealer in the shade Cashmere. I really don't need a lot of this. This is a very high coverage concealer, so just a tiny dot of that works. I wonder if I should apply some on these pimples. Why not? And I'm gonna take the same sponge and blend it in. Careful around the eyeshadow. I'm just gonna use the tip of the sponge to sort of clean up this area. Let's see this. I'm not trying to overblend this area, so the concealer will stay on the pimples. Okay, I'm not gonna set this right away. I'm gonna want to finish up with the cream products before setting. I'm gonna go for both cream bronzer and cream blush, and she's more of a blush girl. I mean, she has that really kind of strong pink blush on her cheeks, but I'm gonna apply a little bit of bronzer as well. It is noticeable, her bronzer is noticeable in some pictures, most of them is pretty subtle, and the blush is what really dominates the face makeup. I'm gonna go for the Revolution Cream Bronzer. This is in the shade Light, and I'm gonna pick it up with a Real Techniques brush. This is a setting brush from them. I'm just gonna tap the excess on my hand to not have too much product on my brush. I'm tapping it underneath my cheekbone, definitely not trying to go overboard with it. And this is a very pigmented product, so let me just spread that all over my face. Like here on my jawline, a bit underneath my nose, and I'm just gonna apply a bit here on my temples. I have the perfect blush for this look. What I've noticed is that she wears pink blush, sort of really pink blush, and also it's a lot of blush. Yeah, it dominates over the face makeup. That's the first thing you notice, that her cheeks are very blushy. She has beautiful cheekbones as well. She knows how to enhance that, or her makeup artist knows. And I'm also gonna go for a blush in a cream form to, again, to keep that dewiness and just the natural look over the face. I have this stick blush. It's from NYX. It's the Wonder Stick. It has two ends and two different shades, but I'm gonna use this shade, which is a more pink one, and I think it's called Rose. The other shade is called Honey Orange, and this is Rose, and this is what I'm gonna go for. I think it really matches what she has going on, and I usually apply my blush quite high. She has the blush all over the cheeks, so I'm gonna go over the bronzer as well, sort of in this whole area. Let's see how it goes, because I don't necessarily apply my blush like that, and I'm not used to doing that. I'm gonna use a dense brush. This is from Morphe. It's sort of like almost like a foundation brush. It works with cream products like that. That's nice, but I need a bit more. Maybe here. I do really like this NYX blush. It blends so easily. That's definitely way too much highlighter. I'm gonna go for a cream highlighter, liquid cream liquid highlighter. This is from L'Oreal. It's the Lumi Glotion, the new version, the relaunched version, and this is the shade 901. Probably the lightest shade of the range, I'm not sure, but woo, that's a lot. I'm just gonna pick it up on my finger and apply it right here. Again, it creates that sort of a natural glow. And I'm gonna apply some on the highest points of my face. I'm finally done with all the cream products. Now I'm just gonna set my under eye area and my pores area, so sort of like this little triangle on my face. And I'm gonna use the Revolution baking powder. This is in the shade Lace. This is a very nice one from the drugstore. I'm gonna pick it up on a sort of like a blending eyeshadow brush. I prefer using this type of a brush on my under eyes. First, I'm gonna make sure there are no creases, and then I'm stamping the powder, bringing it down a bit. I'm not gonna set my cheeks area, I want it to stay dewy. Instead, I'm just gonna set my under eyes so my concealer doesn't crease, and then here to blur out my pores. Look at the difference that makes. It's beautiful. Now that I have powder on my under eyes, I can apply some highlighter in my inner corner because I usually powder this area as well. That's why I like using a little brush or a smaller brush for powdering. I think it helps me get in all the areas. But now I'm just gonna take my e.l.f. Baked highlighter in Moonlight Pearls with a flat brush and apply some highlighter in the inner corner. It's nice, and I think I'm gonna just pick this Fenty one and top the highlighter with this one as well. I'm going for that extra glamorous look. My lower lash line is gonna stay pretty simple, pretty plain. I'm just gonna take that same transition, the little mix that I did, and just throw that all over my lower lash line. Just to have a bit of a color there. And I'm gonna finish off the eyes with a little bit of mascara. Usually I think she's wearing false lashes as well, I'm not sure. Probably depends on the look. I think for me today what would have worked best would have been some individuals, but I don't have individuals and I don't want to go for a full band. Instead I'm gonna try to get the most out of my natural lashes, and I'm gonna go for the Panorama mascara from L'Oreal. And that's gonna go both on my top and bottom lashes. Okay, the lips, if this is not the most important part, I actually think it is. She does this sort of contrast between a brown lip liner and a nude lipstick. From what I've seen, it's either an orangey nude or a pink nude. I think I'm gonna go for a pink nude today. I don't know if my lip liner is dark enough though. I have the Nude Truffle lip liner from NYX. If it's not dark enough, I'm gonna go for a brown pencil, just an eyebrow pencil on top of it, but let's see how this goes. I'll just pick my brow pencil, which is from Benefit. It's in the shade 3. It's the Gimme Brow Volumizing pencil. And I'm just gonna attempt to darken this a bit here. Right at the edge of my lip. That is beautiful. Let's see about that lipstick. I have here from NYX a sort of soft, a sort of a pink nude type of a situation. Is the NYX Lingerie XXL. It's in the shade Flaunted. Too much. This is too pink. Let me just do some of that. If I blend it out like that, it turns out like I wanted it to turn out. I don't really have nude pink. I don't think I have a nude pink lipstick. I usually, when I want to go nude on the lips, I usually go for just a nude pencil and then a gloss on top. To emphasize on that contrast between the lipstick and the lip liner. I think that's what's most visible in her makeup. I do need a bit of shine though. I think this is looking a bit too drying. I don't necessarily go for matte lipsticks, so I'm just gonna top it with a bit of gloss. I think this is a nice opportunity as well to tone down a bit of the pink. So I'm gonna go for this kind of a brownish nude. This is the NYX Fat Oil. Oh my god, this product is absolutely amazing. I just love it so much. It's so hydrating on the lips. And this is the shade Follow Back, and I'm just gonna go for a little bit of this. I don't want a sort of a glossy shine, I just want a bit of shine and also to alter the shade a bit. Oh my god, I love this shade. I love how this sort of toned down the pink. Ew, it's so beautiful. I like this. I like it so much. This is an amazing combo. I still think my lip liner isn't dark enough. I can really see that contrast. But I like this so much. So this is the makeup look all complete. I think I can still go out. It's not raining yet. I hope you enjoyed the look. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it useful as well. I want to thank you so much for watching. I wish you a very beautiful day and I will see you next time. Bye!